Sup witches, Celeste and Silver Cord here, and I just wanted to check in, touch base with you guys. I know we got a lot going on with the new moon coming up, and I just wanted to just throw out a couple little reminders if you hadn't watched any of the retrograde videos, or if you have. Now, if things in your life are going relatively smooth right now, and things are like turning around, things are shifting, and you're noticing positive things, don't think a retrograde is going to mess up your life. That's not how they work. Retrogrades only bring up areas that you need to work on, and we all usually have something that we're working on anyway, so I don't want you guys to self-sabotage and then use the retrogrades as an excuse for this. But sometimes towers are needed, and when we talk about the shifts that are going on right now, they're going to be going on until September. But it is all meant for healing. Like, this is why I brought the Venus retrograde up. That started back in the beginning of May. And now it's coming out of retrograde as Mercury is going into retrograde. So that's just bringing in the energy of healing, you know, because it comes out, Mercury goes retrograde on 6/18 and Venus comes out on 6/25, right after the summer solstice, right after that eclipsing energy, right after all that goes down. She starts the domino effect of it going the other way, and it starts with healing in the heart first. And a conversation I had with my friend this morning, we were talking about the importance of crying if you need to cry, because a lot of us go through these phases, and they're referred to often as like the dark night of the soul, and you're extremely touchy during these times and you cry at everything. And then it gets to a point where it actually like bothers people around you that you cry so much, or that you get upset, and they're like, and they don't get it, and you eventually get sick of it too, and you're like, that's it, I'm done crying for a while. And then you end up finding yourself where you are turning a blind eye to things, and you can quickly find yourself trapped in a situation of, I turned a blind eye on this for so long that now it's this bigger problem than it was when it started. And we got the Eight of Cups, which is something else I was talking with my friend this morning. A lot of people are at that point where it's time to walk away. You know, my friend was was asking about cord cutting. And I kept asking her, I said, well, what cords are you trying to cut? Who are you trying to cut out of your life? And she said, anything that no longer serves me. Anything that no longer serves her. And I guess it's my fault because I did present it. I did a series called 13 Moons, 13 Runes. And it's pretty much a self-growth video series. It follows the full moons for each month. And it has a spell and everything. And it's about taking a year and dedicating it to some sort of self-love ritual every full moon for yourself. Overcoming certain different types of obstacles that we all face during like retrogrades and things of that nature. And in a lot of them, especially at the end of the year, especially when things are dying, and those are the moons when that's just the shift of the seasons, if you're in the northern hemisphere, where it's a lot of cord cutting. And I realized that I said, when I say things that no longer serve you, you got to put intention behind what you're doing there if you want a specific type of outcome. Now, if you are really genuinely in the place where you are going to open up yourself and ask the universe openly to remove what no longer serves you, be prepared for people that you did not think would be removed to be removed. Be prepared, and this is what I was telling her. If you are going to openly just genuinely surrender to the universe, and you genuinely want to cut all cords and allow the universe to recenter you, you need to be prepared to be alone for a year. And do something either, a year and a day, or some sort of course, or some sort of, I don't know, but some sort of dedication to yourself for a year, and be prepared to be alone for a year. And when you can wrap your mind fully around that, then you're ready to ask the universe. It doesn't mean you're going to be alone. I don't want you to think that that's a guarantee. If you do this, it's going to remove who you think it's going to remove. Or it might remove somebody else. You don't know. But you have to be prepared for whatever outcomes come. I say this with casting all the time. I've had people come to me, and that's love. You want to walk away because whatever's going on right now is not working for you, and you want love. And everybody wants love. You have to be prepared to let go of any expectations on who you think that love is and where it's going to come from. Even if you're in a relationship right now and you do this, I cut cords with no specific intentions. With no specific intentions, I surrender and I cut all cords. I release what no longer serves me, and I genuinely surrender myself over to the universe. You can't get upset when it takes things away that you don't expect and brings in things that you don't expect, and you can't have any expectations, and you can't have any expectations on people, and you got to let go of all of that. And it's hard. And most people, it towers your whole life, because it removes things like you could be stuck in a job and you're not getting a promotion. You think if you remove all these blocks, you're going to get a promotion, and you remove all these blocks and you end up getting fired. But that's how you complete a cycle. If you don't put out intentions, and that's like even with casting for money, if you're casting for money, and you're not putting out any intentions or actions on how to do these things, I knew a woman who kept asking for money, and then her house burnt down. And yeah, her family survived, but they lost all their stuff, and then she got a sweet insurance check. But that insurance check went to rebuilding their house, so in the end, she did get her money, but then it all ended up having to be spent to rebuild their house anyway. You can't worry about having to rebuild right now. You can't worry about it. You can't worry about what the universe is going to take away from you if you do something like that, a genuine cord cutting spell. Now, if you are in the situation in your life where you can and you are prepared to spend a year alone, summer solstice is a good time to do that. Use that ring of fire energy. I'm suddenly very drained, guys. Magician. You can manifest any kind of life you want. Truly, you do have that power. But the problem is a lot of us don't even know genuinely what makes us happy. And the universe does. We just second guess it all the time. And we fight against it and we rail against it. Huh. Four of Cups. It's luxury. Sitting on a lotus flower. Alone. You gotta learn how to manifest your own abundance. That's the other big message too that I've been giving people for the last year is you need to learn how to be alone with yourself. And a lot of people just don't know how to do that. And people need to learn how to allow their partners to spend some time alone too. Being able to be with yourself is a virtue. That's how you get to the Nine of Cups. There's all these cards, characters alone. Until we hit here. There's two people, balanced energies. Four of Wands, completion. It's how you complete these cycles. Hierophant, by taking time to be able to be alone. All right, y'all. I love you. That's all the time I've got for right now. I've got some other readings and things that I need to do today, and I'm still in the middle of remodeling my house. I will be doing more videos like this. I actually have some special stuff coming up, some people that I'm probably going to be interviewing down at the store. And, yeah, and I'll be back with your new moon astrology video and all that good stuff. All right? I hope whoever needed to hear this got this. Blessed be all those who walk these paths with me. Y'all have a beautiful day.